Alright guys, new One Piece chapter. It's not really new at this point to be honest, but yeah, sorry for being so late with the One Piece chapter reaction this time around. I mean, I'm recording this on Wednesday. And in fact, the new One Piece chapter, 1100, the one after the one that I'm about to react to, should be coming out today. So if it comes out soon, the scans at least, I might just straight up read it. Yep, it just came out. I'm not even joking. I checked 15 minutes ago, just before I started recording, if chapter 1100 had come out. But I'm not even joking. Now as I started recording, it's not come out. The scans have, the TCB scans have. So you know what? I'm gonna be doing a double chapter reaction for me today, but you guys will see it separately. I'll record two different videos for it. So yeah, 1100 has already come out, but we'll start with 1099 because I didn't have time to read last week or even this week. It's just been so busy, so much work to do. I also just like my mind has just been full on just study like not as my mind has not been able to do to incorporate as much One Piece reading. I know like as much as I love One Piece and as much I'll make time for it when I can, when I have the energy to. Like if my mind is set on something, I have to do that, especially if it's something this important. You know, we have end of semester exams right about now, so not a lot of time and energy to spare on doing One Piece chapter reactions or on videos in general. That's why you guys have not been seeing a lot of video uploads in recent times. Most recently, I did the summer 2023 anime video, and after that video, I've just been uploading some older Gravity Rush videos that I already recorded. So at this point, like, I don't have much to record. I don't have time to record. But hopefully next year, because you know now we have end of the year exams, which will end around Christmas, and then I have this Christmas break. So a little bit after Christmas break, I'll be going back to YouTube, and hopefully we'll continue with Gravity Rush 2. The plan is I double be able to finish Gravity Rush 2 this semester, but we'll finish it next year. This year, we can't finish it this year, so we'll finish it next year. Gravity Rush 2, hopefully, because then I'll have more time at the start of the next year's semester. But I will also be writing my thesis next year to finish my degree. I know, right? It's already been 3 years. It's already been 3 years. We're already on the semester. I have to write my thesis. So it's like I'll finish Characters 2. I'll record One Piece chapters. I cannot promise anything more from next semester because like I'm gonna be focused on my thesis. You know what I'm saying? Like no time to take a break. So you know, we're gonna have a hectic next. I mean, right now, the next couple of weeks gonna be hectic, and then next semester onwards gonna be very, very hectic. So, yeah, with getting my degree, but you know, it will be good to finally finish my degree at least. You know, finish quote unquote. I'll still, I still plan to study for 2 years after I'm done with this degree, but focus on what's currently in front of me right now. I kind of want to think about that next semester is my last one. Going to be my thesis, like I said. So, other than Gravity Rush 2, I'm not too sure how much I'll have to, I'm not too sure how it will go, but I'll try to do it next semester. Question mark. It will be kind of wild to finish Gravity Rush 2 as I'm doing my thesis. But yeah, and One Piece chapters. And I do not promise anything from the first half year next semester. So next year, 2024, it's going to be a dry YouTube year for me. I mean, this year is pretty dry. The only reason it wasn't super dry is because of Umineko at the start of the year. The first half this year was very Umineko. The second half has been pretty dry-ish. You know, I did record some Gravity Rush 2 here and there, but otherwise pretty dry. Next year, especially the first half, don't expect anything other than the One Piece chapter and maybe some Gravity Rush 2 because I have to do my thesis. It's like I'll try to finish Gravity Rush 2 next year. I'll definitely be finished with Gravity Rush 2 next year. I might not be finishing it at the first half of next year, but for the latter half of next year, hopefully I'll be able to focus on also recording for y'all. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. You know, a lot of life changing events are happening, so we'll see. Um, So yeah, chapter 1099, we're gonna be using the official manga to read it, because why would I use the unofficial manga? Am I right? Like, since it's come out since Viz has already uploaded the official one, I might as well just read the official chapter. The chapter is called Pacifist, chapter 1099. Let's get right into it. That last chapter, we had Guinea, getting captured and killed. So she was first forced to give birth to Bonnie with the Celestial Dragon. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you all know the implications of that. Kuma took care of Bonnie, but Bonnie also got that little sickness even as a child, which we know eventually gets cured. And like I said, she has the ring on her cheek that replaces it. So we'll see how that ends up going. And at the very end of the chapter, after the whole Bond stuff, I also learned that Bond is actually canonically 12 years old, like mentally. And then at the end of the last chapter, the king of Sorbet came back and started wreaking havoc. So yeah, Kuma's probably gonna take care of it and become the next king, I'm guessing. And but in turn, and maybe we'll get to see what's going on with Vegapunk, hopefully, because we still haven't seen what Vegapunk does to Kuma and stuff. How Kuma becomes, how Kuma becomes called the Tyrant. How does he become a cyborg? Not really a cyborg, like a pacifista. And well, Vegapunk takes him and all that stuff. We're wondering about all that stuff. We'll see what the world government does with him as well, like in this backstory, and then obviously the how that will affect Bonnie and the Revolutionary Army and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get to the chapter. Here we go, 1099. Pacifist, and the cover is Odin with some monkeys. Those aren't monkeys. The hell are those? For a second, I was like, are those monkeys? Those don't look like monkeys. They look more like raccoons or something. Or the tanuki, raccoon dogs. Reader request, and what are the raccoons doing? Oh, they're cutting his hair or like styling it or whatever. Reader request raccoon dogs fixing up one's hair. Yeah, okay, they're styling it by Match and Takeshi or Machu, maybe probably, and Takeshi. Okay, all right, get into the chapter. You've done enough, Kuma. There's no saving the rest. Come back. Oh, he's trying to save the people because, like, yeah. So the king came back and started burning the people he saw as useless for the kingdom or whatever. You're only going to lose your own life, so Kuma's going to save them. Kumachi! I'm guessing that's Bonnie screaming after him, and there's the whole village burning. Some dead people. There's the king. He's being evil and smiling. Far to the east, another kingdom used this strategy successfully. Far to the east? East Blue? Hmm? Hmm. Where is this Sorbet Kingdom located anyway? It's located in the Grand Line, isn't it? Wait, I'm actually gonna. It's in the South Blue though, because I'm gonna Google it. I googled it. It's apparently in the South Blue actually. Never mind. It's looking in the south. Actually, that makes sense. They've told us this a couple chapters ago. I just forgot. That's crazy. See, like so much has been on my mind. I haven't been able to process like proper One Piece information. It's troubling, but it's fine. I'm gonna be rereading Egghead once it's all said and done. So I'll be able to remember this stuff clearer, all this backstory stuff as well, and the locations of these kingdoms and stuff. But as of right now, oh boy. Alright. Part 3 East, another kingdom uses this strategy successfully. So maybe East to South Blue or East as in East Blue. We'll see. The Celestial Dragons praise their beautiful city for being cleansed of all filth. In order to bring about great bliss and prosperity, a wise king must sometimes steel his heart and enact cruel reforms. King Bakuri! The people are mounting furious resistance. Murder! Step down at once! Put out the fires in the south. Kill a handful of them and be rewarded. Eek! Oh wow, they're getting killed and okay, wow, that guy seems like he got shot. Who dares defy the king's edict? Step forward. Hmm? Who's that? Stop now or be executed. Oh, Kuma's coming in and he looks angry. At Kuma's church. Hurry, treat the wounded. Stay inside, Bonnie. You don't want to be in the moonlight. Okay, and she's like standing by the door, so she's gonna get caught by the moonlight. What are you doing, Bonnie? I hope he's safe. Dad's always such a chicken. Stop right there! You know what'll happen if you strike at the king. You'll pay dearly for this, you country bumpkin preacher. This incident will be known as the Solar Revolution of Sorbet Kingdom. So I'm guessing, yeah, Kuma brought about a revolution in this kingdom, uses the overpowers and went ham. Nice, nice. Bonnie, it seems like Bonnie's disease has been growing. It's not just like her cheek; it's now spreading above her eye as well. She might just be That might just be sweat, but it looks like it's spreading a little bit. Okay. Sacred Mary Joa. I hear there's a new king in Sorbet. Strange. Ooh, who's that talking? Who's that talking to Saint J. Garcia? Who is it? Unable to resist the pleas of the people, Kuma became Kuma, 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 King Kuma, the king of the realm. Kuma became the king of the realm, living out of his old church. So he's still living in his old church, yet he still acts as the king of the country from this church as a preacher. What a legend! King Kimachi, my back hurts. I think you can stop teasing me now. The one actually in control of the palace is old Bulldog. I'm just a figurehead to make the people feel better. Ah. Back in King Bulldog's day, 2 generations ago, times were poor, but we were rich in spirit. Sure was hard not to have not sure was hard not having money to go around though. So Bulldog is the king that was here before the Speckery guy took over, the bad guy, and now he's back being king again 2 generations later. Okay, good to know. Huh, huh. Ooh, there's Bonnie. Wait, she's aged herself up. Cardio, cardio. Oh, she's exercising. She's exercising, but she's also aged herself up. Because we know she's 12 years old. And if you look at that, that ain't a 12-year-old. I mean, listen, y'all. Like, I ain't seen no 12-year-old woman look like this woman. Girl, pause. Y'all, pause. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I've never seen a 12-year-old look like that. So she's aged herself up. Right. She is. Well, I mean, she's not 12 at this point, though. This is still backstory time. She's probably still like. Well, how old is she now? 7 years old or something? I don't really know how far back this backstory is because, like, I've just been terrible with timelines and stuff. I should know. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm not exactly sure. Um, let's see. We can check. We can check what the timeline says. So, chapter. What was it now? Chapter 1098. We can check what the timeline says. Revolutionary headquarters have around 2 years have passed since Commander Guinea of the Revolutionary was kidnapped. Okay, that's 2 years. But like how? Okay, that's since she was kidnapped. We know Bonnie was born 12 years ago, though. We know Bonnie was born. Yeah, okay. So this is Bonnie's birth, okay? And then it says how many years to go by. Daddy, okay. It should say how old Bonnie is. Is that a bluestone? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, 7 years ago when Bonnie is 5. So Bonnie's 5, okay. Bonnie age 5. Is there any other time skip during the chapter? Last chapter? Only 1 year later, so 6 years ago when Bonnie's 6. So Bonnie's currently 6 as of this chapter. So right now she's 6 years old. In the current story where she's with Luffy and Darcy on Egghead, she's 12. But here she's 6 years old. And yeah, okay, this is even more ridiculous for it to be a 6-year-old's body. Okay, like that's even more ridiculous. Like 12-year-old. I mean, insane puberty genes, but maybe something like this is possible. 6-year-old definitely not possible to be looking like that. But I also never seen a 12-year-old looking like that either. Okay, like so she's aged herself up to be 24 because that's what she does in the main story, right? In the main story, she was said to be 24 years old, and now we know she's actually 12. So she's just aged herself to be twice her age. uh, who's the girl running around the church? She looks just as pretty as Guinea. Huh? Guinea? Why are you all so shocked? Oh wait, but wait, she ate wait, she's already. Yeah, of course. When did she eat the devil fruit? Not only that, if she ate the devil fruit, why isn't her disease healed? I thought it might have been the devil's powers that helped with her disease. So you're telling me Vagabond's the one that cured the disease, or her disease specifically at least, and in turn Kuma experimented on? Well, Kuma was allowed Vagabond to experiment on him or something? Did the world government have some hand in this? Especially because now the world government knows that Kuma's the king? I have to be ready to go and see the horizon at sea with Daddy when I turn 10. Huh? Daddy? So yeah, she's currently 6, so she's talking about being 10. Okay. So I have to build up strength for... Huh? Ah! Okay, so even she's shocked. She's not even aware that she's aged herself up. That was Bonnie? What was the transformation? Did you eat the devil fruit? When? Wake up, Kumachi! Kuma's just unconscious. He cannot believe it. Bro cannot believe it. When did Bonnie eat the devil fruit? This is nuts. Hmm? Is this it? The HH fruit? Where did she... Try doing it with your mind. Get older! Get older! She's trying to get older, but she's not capable. She can't control her powers yet. Stop that, Bonnie! You're going to wear yourself out. King Kuma! Please, Your Majesty, grant us an audience. Kwa! Okay. She turned into a wrinkled old bag. Bonnie aged herself up to a bolt. Bonnie aged herself to an old woman. Oh no. It really worked. She's hideous. Wow. Okay, man. Don't have to do that to her. It's not working. It's too hard to get older. Oh, wait. That was rude, my guy. You just called an actual old woman hideous. That was not Bonnie, bro. That's crazy, bro. That is disrespectful. It's too hard to get older, says Bonnie. Who are you, mister? Is this King Beckery? Or is this the current is this the current king, maybe? You must be Princess Bonnie, then. My name is Bulldog. Oh, yes, that is the current king. Was the king 2 generations ago as well, right? I'm something like an aide to your father. I have weighty matters to discuss. Sorbet Kingdom, former king 2 generations ago, Bulldog. My mother is already here, I see. Oh, that's his mother. And my man just called her hideous. She's Connie, the one-time queen dowager. Dowager? Do dowager? Dowager. Dowag... What's a... Wait, how's it pronounced?
Dowager.
Dowager. Dowager. Dowager. A widow with a title property derived from her late husband? Okay. A dignified elderly woman. Ah, that's probably what they're saying because it's like, okay, that's probably what they're trying to say with dowager there. Dignified elderly woman. Okay, I did not know about that word. Good to learn a new word today. Uh, she's Connie, the one-time queen dowager. Okay. King Becker is coming back. Look at the nonsense in this article. Wicked dictator. I'm certain Becker set this up. I mean, really, seize the throne with violence by burning villages? He's trying to overthrow us from abroad. It means he has the world government on his side. Bakary will be back to take control, mark my words. There's intel that he's preparing battleships. We can't have Bakary coming back here. He'll have us killed this time. Don't worry, he won't set a single toe within the country again. Whatever he tries to bring with it back with him, I'll drive it all away. But once that happens, I'll be seen as a criminal. I won't be able to stay here anymore. Once that happens, I'll need you to be king, Bulldog. Damn. Well, he's already king 2 generations ago, so not that different. Maybe Bulldog needs to have his child become king, right? Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, does he not have children, or someone else need to be given the king title? Because he's already been king 2 generations ago. You know, you gotta pass it down to to the next generation, to the younger age. Would you take Bonnie under your wing in that case? Even this church will be in danger. Alright, I'll find her a place with the same conditions. I did it! Hey! Ishimeshikomono, and even the queen is with her, like, yay! Let's go, Bonnie. Poof! She found a way to age herself out. That's congrats. Bonnie, be a good girl while I'm gone. I'll be back when I'm able. That's my mom. You're leaving? I'll miss you. Oh, body. That's him! Navy, kill him! That's Beckery, okay. He's the man who stole Sorbet Kingdom from me. A true tyrant who's committed all manner of atrocities. Kill him now! I am the true king. This guy's really reminding me of Walpole. And all other bad king characters in the story, I guess. You're a fool to show your face around here again. Naturally, Kumo sank all the ships. Yeah, naturally. And fled to sea. A bounty was placed on his head, and through his prior reputation and great strength, its value swelled over time. I wish Daddy was here. I want to see him again, says Bonnie. I'm sorry, Bonnie dear. Remember, Kuma is the hero who saved this land. I don't care. He's my daddy. Once I'm 10 and I'm all better, I'll be a pirate too. Don't do it, dear. I can turn into a grown up. She can do that. And also, if she went out to become a pirate at 10, that means in only 2 years she managed to get a bounty of over 100 million. That's impressive. Especially considering her age. That's impressive. She aged herself up and managed to get a bounty that high, become a pirate that strong. Kuma's daughter, y'all. Don't mess with Kuma and his descendants, yo. That's wild. 100 million at 12 years old. From 10 to 12. Accumulated that much. Nuts. Goa. Oh! That island. That's the one that Usopp spent his time on. Wait. No. I mean Chopper. Wait. It was Chopper. Wait. It was Chopper, wasn't it? Isn't that the island Chopper wasn't during the time skip? Wait. I'm gonna Google it. Chopper Island time skip. Maybe. Wasn't that it? Yeah, it is it. I googled it. I do remember correctly. That's the yeah, Chopper wasn't doing the time skip. I was like for a second I was like Usopp. No, Usopp's definitely not Usopp. What's the island called again? Torino Kingdom. That's the Torino Kingdom, is it not? Okay. And that bird as well. I remember that bird. That was like Chopper was with that bird. And like Chopper meant like a bunch of like dudes there and like learn medicine and stuff, right? Or something like that. I'm not too sure I don't actually remember exactly what Chopper was doing during the time skip. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's been a while, but yeah, okay. Have you ever seen this disease before? Oh, makes sense, makes sense. She can't be in sunlight. The poor thing. Yeah. I remember these guys hanging out with Chopper. Okay, just barely. So these guys are like doctors. They know doctor stuff, and now it makes sense why Kim was able to transport Chopper here. And that means that Kuma probably during his like days as a pirate and stuff, or like as a wanted criminal, went around to all the different islands that. Oh, so maybe Kuma, while going out to different islands to trying to find Kid for Bonnie, went up to Weatheria, up to the Sky Island, down like everywhere, and even to Amazon Lily, and then eventually that's how he was able to transfer all the strides in different to these different locations on purpose. Cool, that's so cool. Oh, the way this adds context to things that happen hundreds of chapters ago in the story. It's so cool. Thriller Bark! Oh, yes! Just like I expected. Yep. She goes to Thriller Bark. Oh my god. I spy Hot Button. Oh! It's Abdul and Jeet, right? Abdul and Jeet. Oh my god! We saw them in Dressrosa. That is so freaking cool. That is so cool. Okay, I really like this chapter. Aren't you Bartholomew Kima? Kima destroys them, no problem. Oh, that's the Vegapunk Island! That's where Frankie spent his time skip. Yes! Your daughter has 5 years to live, at best. Yeah, so she dies at age 10, right? Hey, that's the bridge! So wait, that's where the Russian army's at, right? Or am I forgetting? Or at least the Russian army is there eventually, because that's where Robin met them. Because that's where Robin gets transported. She won't see... Oh, which island is this? Is this where Zoro spent his time skip? Is this the island that Mihawk eventually ends up on? And that's why Zoro gets transported? Weatheria? Mm-hmm. Yep, the island Usopp was in. I forgot what Usopp's island is called. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. No, wait, that's Zoro's island. The first one. That's not Thriller Bark. Oh. Yeah, that's not Thriller Bark. I'm dumb. Yeah, that first. Sorry, y'all. I said that was Thriller Bark. So what is that island then? Okay, that's Weatheria. Where did Usopp spend his time skip? Usopp time skip island. Because I forgot what it's called, but that's definitely Usopp's island because you can see the guy that Usopp would end up meeting, the guy with like the bee guy, Boyne Archipelago. Because yeah, it wasn't archipelago, wasn't it? With like fly, yeah, like it was like weird like star shaped kind of thing. Yeah, I remember. Okay, and he met that guy and like learned plant stuff. So then that's Usopp, that's Robin, that's Zoro, that's Nami with the Rhea, that's Frankie. I forgot what the island, Frankie's time skip. I forgot what it's called. Uh, Karakuri Island. Yep, that's Karakuri Island. So who am I missing? It's not. That's not Amazon Lily. You can tell. It's not Kamabaka Kingdom where Sanji was at. Where was Brook at? That might be where Brook was at. But Brook was like everywhere during the time skip, right? Where was Brook at during the time skip? Namakura Island. Is that where Namakura Island is? Let's see. Namakura Island. Does that look like Namakura Island? Doesn't particularly look like it. I googled Namakura Island. Doesn't particularly look like it, but I do remember him being there. Or maybe it doesn't have to be relevant to where he was transported to. Hmm. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what that island specifically. Doesn't have to have to be relevant. But okay. Anyway, let's keep reading the chapter. I think it's just so cool to be able to see like all these different locations and knowing that the Straw Hats traveled there and stuff. But yeah, I don't. It doesn't look like Amazon Lady. I don't think it's Kamabaki Kingdom. Besides, Kamabaki Kingdom, he visits as he does with what's his name? With Ivankov. So that's how he got Sanji there. That's fine. That's explainable. Now we know how he got Zoro there. We know how he got Nami to Weatheria, uh, Frankie to Karakuri, Usopp to Boyne Archipelago, Robin to the bridge. Oh, I forgot what's the bridge called. Tequila Wolf. Um, Chopper to his island. Forgot what it's called already. Torino Kingdom. So then, okay. Alright, let's keep reading. She won't see her 10th birthday and he's crying over reminiscing of Bonnie. Hey there! Oh, you. What's going on? Ah! Oh, it's revolutionaries! Hey there, Kuma! Oh, there's Morley, the egg guy, I forgot his name, and Bella Betty! Hey! Oh, Bella Betty looks different here. Well, Bella Betty went through it though. Holy crap! What happened to her to become like to eventually end up looking like she currently does? Like she looks so happy and smiling and stuff, and eventually she's just hella cool. She also like cut her hair. I noticed eventually. Okay, there's Morley. Morley's also chilling. He eventually ends up in Impel Down, but he also escapes. Now, by this point, Morley's probably already escaped from Impel Down, hasn't he? When did Morley escape from Impel Down? Wasn't it like a long time ago? This was because this is right now 6 years before the current story. Surely Morley escaped more than 6 years ago from Impel Down. Because he's like the only other person to ever escape Impel Down other than Shiki, but his escape is not documented, unlike Shiki. Shiki's like the only known escapee, right? Whereas Morley's just seen as missing, right? Or am I remembering wrong? I don't, something like that, okay? Hey there, Kuma. Eva and Imanzuma were thrown in prison. Okay, so they're throwing people down. And so we know that 4 years later, 4 years from this point, Luffy saves them in the Impel Down arc. That was 2 years ago now. Eva and Imanzuma were thrown in prison. And since I last saw you, you've been a king, a tyrant, and a pirate, eh? It must have come as a surprise to you. Nobody in the Revolutionary Army took those articles seriously, of course. Yeah, y'all know how our government does things. Hey, Kuma, can I be captain of the Eastern Forces? Ooh, why ask me, Betty? And we know she ends up being the captain of the Eastern Forces, so we know it ends up happening her, and then Morley ends up being a captain of one of the forces, courtesy of the Northern Forces. I believe Morley actually the Southern Forces, and I want to say Lindbergh is of the Western Forces. Um, I could be remembering wrong. It could be more. It could have been on the Western forces, and then Lindbergh is on the southern forces. I don't quite remember, but I know Carlos is in the northern forces. So and I know Bella Bella is in the eastern forces. And I mean, she's asking about it now, so we know. Dragon says the position eternally belongs to Guinea until you get permission. Oh, so it takes a foul-mouthed woman to run the eastern forces. I don't mind. Yay! uh, Kimo is giving the go ahead. Sabo, Koala and the others want to see you too. Oh, that's awesome. You have many promising young members rising through the ranks. I want to show them off to you. I've seen what's happening around the world, and I often wonder what you would have done, Dragon. I want to return to the fold, but Bonnie, as a matter of fact, I wanted to talk about her. You're aware of the Navy's scientist, Dr. Vegapunk, aren't you? After the recent incident, he's going to transfer to a new lab, so he transfers away from Karakuri Island. Or is he going to transfer to? Nah, but we know he's an egghead. But when he went to Karakuri Island, as we saw there, Vegapunk wasn't there, but we saw Kumo went there already, so what's up with that? Ordinarily, he's kept under heavy security, but he's more approachable during the transition. Okay. Hmm. And well, is Dragon still going to suggest that Vegapunk could maybe help him cure his daughter? Thank you, Dragon. In all honesty, I'd given it up for lost. I'd given it up for lost. I'll go and speak with him. So Kima travels away. If I can just cure Bonnie's disease, then I'd be happy to fight with you again. May the winds of fate guide as well. Hmm, it's not quite Persona 5, but it's close. If it was the wings instead of winds, replace the D with a G. Wings of fate will read us. Ba ba da ba da ba ba da ba da. What was it? What was it again? Winds of Fate. What was it again? Persona 5 Winds of Freedom? Wings of Free, something like that. Wings of Fate, maybe? Wings of Fate. I think you. Oh, it was. No, it was Whims of Fate. God, I got it all wrong. I got it all kinds of wrong. Okay. Anyway, back to the scenario. May the winds of fate guide us well, my friend, says Dragon, and he's like doing a little chest bump. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, what's Bonnie doing? Oh, lift to eat. She just punched the guy. Oh, why did she beat up that guy? Come on, bro. How are you getting beat by a freaking 6-year-old in a fist fight, bro? That's disappointing. Bonnie, that was amazing. I was going easy on her. Grr. Nah, bro. You cannot use that excuse, bro. You just got beat by a 6-year-old. Only reason I could maybe excuse you if she aged herself up to like a 20-something-year-old, like she usually is, and that's how she beat you up. Uh, but bro, come on, bro. You cannot be losing to a 6-year-old in a fight. Come on, bro. Daddy! Naval Science Division, Laboratory 8, later known as Egghead. So this is the island that was later known as Egghead. Where are we? We're seeing a doctor to get a checkup before your disease is healed. Ah, so he's traveling to Egghead. So now he's in Egghead with Bonnie. So he's taking Bonnie with him. So he's gone back to the Sorbet Kingdom, taking Bonnie with him to get her to Vegapunk. And I'm assuming Vegapunk is then able to cure her disease somehow. But you can see that disease is spreading throughout the right side of her face. I've never seen a man like you before, says Vegapunk, still with his massive head. Holy crap! This is before he cut it down to an apple and split himself into 6. I was just thinking the same thing. Whoa! Wow, Kumo roasted him. Whoa, look at his head, girls, says Bonnie. What a body! You have to let me study your muscles. For science, of course. And that's your sickly daughter? Kind of a brat, eh? I don't mind a little lip though. I wonder if this is actually like how Einstein's personality how Einstein's personality actually was. Like, I don't mind a little lip. All right, he's carrying her like well, it seems like a barrel, obviously with a dark cloak around so that sunlight doesn't get through or any light doesn't gets through. That's good. Sapphire scales. You've done well to limit them for so long. She'll survive. She will? I'll use some medical tech that I've been holding back from the public market. Yo. And there she's hanging out with Sentomaru. That's nice. Technically speaking, I'll be generating new stem cells and transplanting them. It's about as much work and cost as creating a cyborg. Oh wow. She'll turn into a cyborg. It'll cost as much, I said. True. Yeah, you be careful. You did say cost as much. So that's pretty expensive. That sounds expensive, by the way, creating a cyborg. What's Vagabond doing? He's checking or something. Tell me, are you a buccaneer? Yes. You know I'm with the government, don't you? I trust Dragon wouldn't put me in danger. What makes my blood different than other people? What makes my blood different than other people's? Well, I don't have enough of a sample size to explain. You want to be clone, Sophie? That's right. I've been looking for the right person to be the base for my clone soldiers. So this is Bonnie's 6 years old, right? But he's also traveled for a while. How many years has Kuma traveled for? Because it's like it's been some time since he traveled and stuff, right? So, but like, let's assume Bonnie's still 6 years old, right? If you assume Bonnie's still 6 years old, um, that means this is still 6 years ago. Yeah, this is still 6 years ago. And if that's the case, that means that between now and the current and 4 years later, when we see the first pacifista, so it takes 4 years for us to see the first pacifista back in Sabaody. So okay, so that's how like that. Now we know like the timeline for when Vecva first meets Kuma, starts experimenting with him, making clones of him, pacifista stuff. We see them in Sabaody doing stuff, going crazy. Okay, that's right. I've been looking for the right person to be the base for my clone soldiers. Just provide me with blood samples and permission to create clone soldiers, and I'll cover the entire immense cost of Bonnie's operation. You can't pay for it yourself, I assume. That's the deal they went with. Okay, I won't be declining the offer either way, but what will you do with them? All these soldiers look just look just like me, I'm assuming. Hey, Viz, get the grammatical errors fixed before the, physical volume releases. I don't want to be reading physical manga volumes and reading all these soldiers that look just me. I don't want to be doing that, okay? Come on, man. Will they be in the Navy? That's right. Tell me, do you like electromagnetic energy? Electromagnetic energy sounds fun. Physics and that, yeah. So they will be in the Navy. When they see a human being shooting laser beams, those pirates will go mute with shock. They'll be laid low. By the overwhelming power of science, my soldiers' bodies will be as hard as shields, deflecting bullets and saving the populace. They'll be heroes to the common man. Yeah, that didn't quite go as planned, did it, Vegapunk? Huh? This is back when Vegapunk was still on the government side, I guess, on the Navy side. The mighty warriors from the future, and then he's an odd man, but true to his desires and trustworthy. Quotes, quotes. He's quoting Dragon. I'm guessing Kuma is. That's what Dragon said about me. The nerve. Perhaps if clone soldiers based on me save other people's lives, then my own life will have meant something. Dragon's going to be furious about the terms. Well, I'm nothing but grateful to you both. I'll make a deal with you to save Bonnie's life, even if you were the devil himself. Just save Bonnie. You're a true saint. Sacred Mary Joa, clone soldiers are weapons! And weapons are valued by how many they can kill. Vagabond would let a golden opportunity slip through his fingers, but I have a plan to deal with this. As you say, my lord. A saint? No, I'm nothing like that. Just a weak-willed pacifist. Peh, 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 peh. I like that. I think I'll use it for the name of my future soldiers. A weak will pacifist, huh? Pacifista. That's where the name comes from. That's great. That's great. Pacifista. Pacifist. I like that. I like that. I like how it all loops around. Because he is a pacifist. It makes sense. Ah, I like how it loops around. Oh my goodness. This the way these things have been set up for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chapters. And seeing it all been explained now like this, it's amazing. Oda, you're amazing. This is a great chapter. This was a great chapter. Meanwhile, Saint J. Garcia, he's going crazy. He's like, those soldiers should be weapons. They should kill. They should not be saving people. They should kill. As you say, my lord. Okay. Well, that's the end of that chapter. I will see you guys. Well, I don't know when you guys, but in just a second for me personally, because I'm about to read the next chapter, which is chapter 1100. So yeah, I'll see you then. This was a very, very good chapter. I loved seeing how it all, how everything like we've learned up until now, loops back around in the sense that um, in the sense that things that have been shown to us hundreds of chapters ago, we get them fully expanded. We fully understand the backstory of how the pacifistas came to be made, why Kima went along with becoming a pacifista, how Bonnie became the way she is now. And I'm sure Bonnie's backstory is not over yet. You know, Kuma's story is probably there's probably not much left for Kuma's story, but then Bonnie's story has to continue after that to understand what's going on in the current position in the story. And I really really love it. And it's going to completely shift our perspective of the entire story when we go back and read Sabaody and see when Bonnie saved Zoro and she turned into a child, right? When she saved Zoro, now we're gonna know that was her actual form. Sabaodi's gonna be shifted completely with Bonnie then being there, but not just Bonnie being there, but the Pacifista being there. You know, I'm not sure if Oda planned for Bonnie and Kimo to be, you know, family daughter and father back then, because I feel like if he had, he would have hinted at Bonnie having some sort of connection to Kimo back then. So maybe Oda did not completely plan it as far back as Sabaody, especially when you consider that Bonnie uh you know, and the entire supernova in general, they were like a random thing or decided like a couple of weeks before you know Sabaody came out, right? Like it was perfect moment thing to make the supernova. So I'm assuming Bonnie is included in that as well as Uruj and Hawkins and the rest of these supernovas for the most part. Obviously not Blackbeard. Blackbeard was already planned, but you get the point. Most of the supernova, Blackbeard is also not a supernova. He's one of the worst generation, but not a supernova. Anyway, most of the supernovas were just planned like in the moment, like Oda didn't fully plan it. So it makes sense to me that Oda would first make the character Bonnie, show her in Sabaody, then later decide, you know, by the time we get to read that, you know what, I think it would be good to have Bonnie be Kuma's daughter. And to be fair, it doesn't like break anything. It doesn't like break the story. And I think he might have even decided by Marineford because Bonnie seemed like she had something she wanted to do after Marineford. So it might have been as early as then. So maybe by Sabaody, he didn't fully know what he's gonna do with her character yet. So he just introduced her. She was part of the Supernova. She has a mother for 100 million. Cool. She's pizza lover. She loves eating food. And then by Marineford, he's like, oh, okay, I have a plan for what I want to do with Bonnie and some of the other supernovas. Bonnie, I'm gonna let her cook. Let her cook with her character. Have her be Kuma's daughter. Right? Doesn't break with anything. Kuma's already introducing Solar Bark. Doesn't break any cycle of anything. And that will also, and then I can have that Bonnie story and Kuma's story kind of be connected to explain how Kuma became a pacifista. So even if back in Solar Bark, Oda hadn't fully decided how Kuma was a pacifista, maybe he eventually by Marineford decided, oh, this is how I want to do it. Especially because like the Pacifists were present in Marineford. So yeah. But Oda's cooking as he goes along, and I love it. And it's not really causing any plot holes or anything like that, so I think it works. But anyway, I'm gonna end this chapter so that I can record the next chapter reaction. I'll see you guys for chapter 1100. We're finally reached the big number. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time for One Piece chapter reaction. Alright, y'all. Peace.